thoughts on who I used to be, I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it f***ed me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on the grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business loved me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven, the crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasized. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape. Had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. No private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments I needed. To me, it was like penicillin. Love, my happiness was in it. The melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar, never did a till I got myself around her. My daddy looked at her the way, he saw sin in me. Pinched in me, reincarnated. My present life is Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed.
Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates cells.
Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down.
But your pride has to die.
Okay, Father, show me how.
Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for.
I kept 100 institutions paid.
Okay, tell me more.
I put 100 hoods on one stage.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm trying to push peace in LA.
But you love war.
No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, then tell me the truth.
Every individual is only a version of you. You forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart.
I could tell you where I'm going.
I could tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious. Didn't like
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Dabu, one of the toughest outs in the league right now.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Our starter in this one, Spencer Strider. What do we need to know here?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Trey Turner at the plate. And that's off
that's inside.
the inside edge. And we are underway. To third. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Throw back in, holds him at first, so just a single.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
behind, and that's a base hit. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Back-to-back singles. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands. You let the...
Oh, that ball finds its way to the outfield. A base hit. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Strider deals. Swinging a foul straight back. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the second game of the series. And 1-2.
That ball went out.
And there's the ball.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Got him looking. And a big sigh of relief from the mound with that called third strike.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And there's a foul ball. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And a foul ball. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Throws.
No,
Save.
he's in
and
there.
Both runners move up on the wild pitch.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you really got some work to do. You need a
Liner, base hit. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score. It's 3-0.
gets the job done as he brings home a pair. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Nick Castellanos, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. On the ground to third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, 1 out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94.
Makes the catch for the out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Kyle Schwarber.
Boogie had over 100 RBIs last year, and that's just a huge year. You've got to have men on base, but you've also got to be able to come through in the clutch, and that's exactly what he did. See if he can back that up in this season.
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And he's out.
Yeah, on the tag, he's out.
Down, and that ends the back here in Atlanta. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, King. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, a rare arm on the mound. I mean, this is a guy that throws a knuckleball, but it's not his primary pitch. You know, it's really interesting just to watch him mix that pitch in, because you would think it'd be very difficult to have any control or command if it's not something you're using a whole lot. So for hitters, you're going to see guys today most likely walk back to the dugouts at times, shaking their head because they don't know what that pitch was, because they don't see it a whole lot. Was it a changeup? Was it a knuckleball? What was that pitch?
0-2.
Ground ball right side. Stop. Throws to first in time. One up, one down. Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. And that's in there at the knees.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Caught him looking for the K.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and throw it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
In plenty of time to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Back at Truist Park, top of the second, and the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Strider back to work. Out towards right center field. Harris after it. Puts it away for the out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
On the ground to third. Riley. Tosses across to first. Got the out. 2 down, base is empty. Bryce Harper to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing, a high fly ball, well struck. Going back. Out of here. And they add a run. It's 6-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now. Base is empty with 2 away. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. With some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
3 cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. The Phillies add another on this solo homer. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine. Well, every pitcher wants to run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Out.
Turner with the throw to first, and Olson is set down.
Now let's go and light the city up.
And first offering is fouled off.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one catches the zone. Strike 1. Albies, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
Here's Jared Kelnick. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Line drive. That's a base hit. And now two aboard. Here's Orlando Arcia. And that misses. Ball one. A dive. He's got it. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Top half of the third inning, and now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. That one ripped, and that's just foul. Bohm, the third overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he'll pull into second safely.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Arcia. And one away in the top of the third. So up next, Brandon Marsh. 0 for 1 so far. Out front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1's the count.
Runner at second here, one gone. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right-handed reliever. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And Acuna able to make the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Here's JT Realmuto. Doubled his first time up. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it to first. And Realmuto is out. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Right through there for a strike. Baldwin with some struggles at the plate recently. Not uncommon for rookies. Out to short. Turner. Whips it across. Gets the catcher by a step. Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Realmuto up with it. Fires the first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Profar in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offer in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And the Braves go down quietly. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Elder fires. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. One away. Here's Trey Turner, 1 for 2. Foul ball.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Throw back in, holds him at first, so just a single. So a man at first. This is Bryson Stott. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Tap foul at the plate. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner on the go. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the go again. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Runner goes again. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. On the ground, right side, and it's through for a hit. Coming home, the throw in there. He scores. It's 7-0. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count
as well.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Ground ball could be 2. Goes to second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So they get 1 run. 2 hits. No errors. No one left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Phillies 7 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Olsen stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got it double.
All over that one right there. Good piece of hitting, going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Riley, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
No balls, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, you may think, man, that pitch was right on a tee for him, but I don't care where a knuckleball ends up. Those things dance all over the place, and even when they pass right through the hitting zone, squaring it up or even getting a good piece of it can be a tough task.
Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 is the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's
One
down
ball,
and in.
2 strikes.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Castellanos makes the catch, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They continue to trail 7-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Elder back to work. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Schwarber, 32 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And
2
that
balls,
skips in the
2
dirt.
strikes.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And here comes Alec Boehm. In the air out towards right center. Harris racing after it. And there's 2 down. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. That's outside.
Off the plate, ball 1.
1-0. He swings and fouls one off. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Jared Kelman. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Real Muto up with it. Fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Arcia stands in now and watches strike 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Slings to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Baldwin batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters pitching on the road like this.
3.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Not going their way. Top 6. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Double barrel action in the bullpen. Dylan Lee in for manager Brian Snitker. Bummer also throwing. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. Outside.
Ball, that's out.
And it's 1-0. Swung on, belted. That's back. Out of here. A laser to left. And they add to their lead. It's 9-0.
So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really
new pitcher for the Braves, Hurston Waldrop.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And that one is lifted in the air. And Acuna able to make the grab. So the Philly batting order turns over. Trey Turner with a chance now. That one hammered left field. Back there. And that is gone. Trey Turner goes deep. It's 10-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
And now Bryson stopped. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. In the air, left field. Profar settles under it. Makes the grab.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
A dive. Nice stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Next offering is outside. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Profar is out. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
What was your worst start one year? Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
2 outs. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Now around second, going for third. And this is going to be a 2-out triple. And in scoring position with 2 away. Here's Matt Olson. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And it's fouled away. Next
Ball
pitch
inside.
misses inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. To the right side, and that hits off the base, and it's off the bag, but there's no play. That's an infield single. Austin Riley at the plate. Swing and miss at 100 miles an hour. And there's a strike. Olson off of first with 2 away. Hammer, base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Inside. And that's ball 1. First and second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a laser base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. Jared Kelman will hit next. And there's the strike. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a curve is down and in.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. His first homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 11-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the ditch.
Singy, that was a laser shot, and a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Ground ball, Olson. And he takes it himself for the out. Nick Castellanos getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Chases that one upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one misses in the dirt. High chopper to third. And Castellanos is out. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. And first offering is fouled off. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Here comes Real Muto. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Runner on the goal.
Boog, you remember your sprint speed?
I mean, probably not quite that. I mean, I think in a fully fueled up golf cart, I could probably get it going pretty good. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Runner on the move again. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's out number 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Now 1 miss.
That's a ball.
Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Ball in the box again. Takes the strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom of the 7th. Outside low. And now it's even 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
That's 99 at the knees. And now 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
To the right side. Stott over to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back at Truist Park, we go to the 8th, and digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. Lee back to work. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Joe Jimenez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Bummer, a left-hander, also throwing. Ripped on a line. Harris makes the grab, 1 away. Trey Turner now. He's already homered in this game. Now a screamer into the outfield. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Lee, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. 0-1 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper, the first overall pick back in 2010. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Just
that's
missed.
down.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th. Profar climbs in on that left side. Misses
Ball
off the
inside.
inside. Ball 1. King still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this
Nope,
one.
that's
And at
foul.
this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
That's ball 2.
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple. So a man aboard, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Ball 1
that's
there.
outside.
Runner at third, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Check swing, called strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
This to third. To first. That's out number 1. And a run comes in to score.
Well, a run comes across the score right there, but defensively, when you have a lead like this late in the ball game, you're counting outs. Nice job of simply just trading a run for an out.
Corrals it. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Left that down in the zone. It's hard 99, but talk about guys that have been able to adjust to higher velocities. You got to make sure that you are riding it up just a little bit more in the zone.
And that is out of play. Runner at second, 2 down. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
One ball.
This
2
one
strikes.
in the dirt. Next
Outside,
pitch
that's
off
a
the
ball.
plate. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Riley on at second with 2 down. Takes it himself. They limit the damage here. 1 run. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Jimenez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Man at first, and now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Popped up. Arcia sizing this one up. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one.
That's an out.
Throw to first, safe.
No, he's in.
And now it is JT Realmuto. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Harris pulls it down, and that'll do it. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Matt Strong.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking his hitters.
And that's in for a strike. Strong, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker,
I got a ball,
and
one strike.
occasionally uses a cutter. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
A little bit low, and it's a ball and a strike. And that one wrapped foul. Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. The Braves down to their last out. And here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Foul ball there. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is down low.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game. Swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, digging in now.
You're out.
Traders, I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor, you bohemian haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, now give me cakers. The movers and fakers go around and catch the vapors. While my shots is jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you immigration papers. I'm from back in the day with a was wearing tapers. And the car you a moody, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit you from the roof, yeah. It's the truth, I press you on you when you stoop. With body shots till your body drop. I ain't got the hammer cock, the body. Think it we talk about, we should've called the truce. Shots to all that be waiting to make the part thing let loose. Chill, man, chill, let's get at $1 bill. They told me, chill, let's get at $1 bill. They chill, let's get at $1 bill. They told me, chill, let's get at $1 bill. Militant. Militant, back in the booth. Girl, you've been on the way a real long time. Oh, I really went out of my mind. Wait, no. Oh, I miss your love when you left, baby, you did. Oh, baby, come here. Confess you, oh, baby, you let us, oh, show me what you fight hard, get back down, we ride.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
We stand tall, we push through, don't give up.
Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Shane McClanahan. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
This one smoked out to left. Morel puts it in for the out. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Next pitch is outside. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Stays alive.
swings and misses. And good work there as he gets back here at Tropicana Field and towing the slab, King.
Well, Book, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
And that drops in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering down low and in the dirt.
Ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
To kick the pitch. Cut on a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, it quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, Kim is one of those players that it's just hard to take your eyes off of him, and not many players in the 2023 World Baseball Classic had more fun than he did. He hit a grand slam in a win against China, and earlier in the tournament had a 2-homer game. Delivered some special moments for Korea.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Good eye right there.
Down.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Now fly ball to right center. Castellanos moves on it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs. Yandy Diaz now. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Diaz with a homer in his last game. And big swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Rays held in check here, scoreless after 1. Back now in Tampa Bay, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. And a big swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
And that one fouled off. Struck him out looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
No score here. The second. In the air, center field. Friedel under it and makes the grab. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And that's a two-bagger.
Waste no time there. Caught it out front and ripped it down the line. And as soon as he saw it get through the infield, man, he started making that big turn towards second for the double. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now batting Max Kepler. He's got it, and that is that. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Lau at the plate. King back to work. He was late there. Strike one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity. Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And a couple of quick outs. Jay Friedel next to hit for the Rays. First offering misses badly for ball one. Friedel measures 5 feet 10 inches, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. And another ball.
2-0.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. We'll move to the third. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. And here is Sosa to the plate. On the ground, right side. Diaz takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. Fastball is outside. Wilson launched a homer in his most recent game. And that one hammered. That's back there. Going, gone. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
2 away. And now here is Harper. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Slice the other way and foul. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Turner comes in to score, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Really nice
job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Schwarber, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Harper leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Rays, Christopher Morel. There's the strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot. Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, and he's got a leadoff double.
These guys today are so great at handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Junior Caminero in the box now. No balls and a
0-1's
strike.
the count.
That one ripped. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Kepler hustles it back in. And the stop sign goes up at third on the potential tying run. Danny Jansen to hit here. First
Ball
offering,
inside.
and it just misses. Just off the inside edge.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Tying run in scoring position here in the last half of the third.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And the count is 3-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
3-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Out to short. There's the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play.
That's the ball.
Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Kim stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Misses
that's off the
inside.
plate. Ball
And
2.
it's 2-0. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the second game of the series. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 2-1. Fights it off. You'll see another. And
We
now
got a
it's
full
filled up.
count.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Got it.
He's
And
out.
over on the strikeout. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. Back here at Tropicana Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Nick Castellanos. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run. It's his 8th home run of the year, and that gives him a lead. It's 3-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Real Muto in the box now as he looks at ball
Counts
1.
1-0.
Second plate appearance of the day for him. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Morel settles under it, and there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Lau sends it to first. 2 away. And stepping in is the speedy Edmundo Sosa. Grounded out his first time up. Tapped out front of the plate. Over to Diaz. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang. Back now in Tampa Bay. Bottom of the 4th. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
Well, these Rays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And that one fouled off. Line drive, caught.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
And here is Hoskins. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. Raised down by a run. And a count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
And a foul ball. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Going to count 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Phillies 3, the Rays 2. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Wilson goes 6'1", 215 pounds. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench waiting for his time to hit.
Check swing, and that's a ball.
Oh, this guy's going to have to slow things down. There's no reason for him to even check swing on that pitch. It was never even close.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Hits the top of the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Trey Turner. That one missing inside.
Well, these Phillies, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. At the top of the 5th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Man at second. On the ground, Caminero. The throw to first.
He's out.
That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. And here comes Alec Boehm. 0 for 2 in this one. Back up the. Oh, that got him. And he beats it. He's safe. Garrett Clevenger, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a foul straight back. Wilson, the runner at third. Boehm at first. 1 gone. In the dirt, but kept close. Well done behind the dish. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
1 ball.
Way
2
outside. 1-2 to count. Time ball now. 1-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Runner! Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. Swing and a miss. Out of the plate. He's out. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Christopher Morel. Jet swing went around. And that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And downstairs.
No, that's down.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. That's off the inside corner. And that is ball 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. Double play ball to second. There's one. Out on to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Stepping in, Josh Lowe. And that one ripped into right. Base hit into the outfield. In from third is the tying run. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-all. 2 outs. Runner on first. Ha-Sung Kim. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back after this on the show. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Into left center for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Castellanos at the plate and takes high there. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Drew Rasmussen warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Fairbanks getting loose as well. And it's through for a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. A chance now to take the lead.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Third home run of the season. It's 6-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Garrett Clevenger departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Kevin Kelly.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Max Kepler at the plate. And that's outside, and it's 1-0.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're in the top half of the 6th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball.
Strikes.
Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That one almost
two.
got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 7-3.
Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead.
Now it's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa, has grounded out a couple of times. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Fouled off left side. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch
One
misses
ball,
there.
2
And the
strikes.
count 1-2. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Next is the designated hitter, Weston Wilson. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game.
0-1.
We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Sosa at second with nobody out. And that's
That's a
counted
ball.
away. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. Here's Turner now. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now. So a man at first, and now it's Alec Bohm. 1 for 3. That misses,
1-0.
and that's ball 1. Nobody out, runner at first. Grounded to third, could be 2. Over to Lau.
He's out.
To Diaz. That's 2. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Bryce Harper. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. And a strike. Foul ball. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. That's in there.
That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
And that
Ball.
one missing low. And he blows that one by him at 100.
1 ball.
Just
2
not
strikes.
able to catch up to that velocity.
On the ground to the
Nope.
left.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. And the
2-2 the
1-2
count.
misses to even the count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Brandon Lau. And that's
Nope.
downstairs.
Ball 1.
1-0. Just
Nope.
missed.
2 balls. No
Down,
strikes.
nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. And a swing and a bouncer, foul of first. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still way back. It's 9-3.
Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah,
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
Late with the swing there.
0-2 is the count.
Switch through that one. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in.
0-1's
So
the count.
hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
1 ball, 1
Next
strike.
offering way upstairs. 1 out, base is empty. In there at the knees. 1-2. And they'll do it again. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fly ball to right. Lowe has it sized up. They got it for out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. And now it's JT Realmuto. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now here is Max Kepler. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Lowe snags it, and that is that. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. King back to work. And takes low for ball 1.
Ball 2.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. The 2-1. A little bit low.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one misses.
Base, ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Friedel in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That one in triple digits.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2. Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
3. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping.
Oh, now this one blasted deep to left. Way back there. On its way and out of here. His 4th home run of the season. It's 9-5. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
Manager out of the... Adrian Morejon on to pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Caminero now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Right through there for his strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Sosa over to first.
Out.
And that is out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Danny Jansen digs in now to third. Boom. Goes on to first. Inning over. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Back here. Tropicana Field for the top of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. Hard hit left side. Fires across the diamond. First out in the top of the 8th. So now here's the DH, Weston Wilson. And the first offering is not close. And that one in the air center field. Friedel puts it away, and there's 2 down. Trey Turner at the plate. First offering in the dirt. That's out to center field. Grabs it on the run. And that's the third. Back now in Tampa Bay. And now Josh Lowe. First pitch just misses. Morejon, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. 26 years old, and he was born in Cuba. So 2 balls and no strikes. And another ball. And that one clips the corner.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And the batter now, Ha-Sung Kim. Edge in his zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Lowe gets his lead at first with nobody out. On the ground to second, might be 2. Oh, what a flip for 1. Relay to first, double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. First pitch, and he just misses. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in.
safe at second.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th
That's
inning.
ball 2.
And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Real Muto up with it, fires the first. That completes the strikeout. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here is Bryce Harper. Rips one to right. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly. For him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And here is Kyle Schwarber. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. See you later. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they tack on to their lead. It's 12-5. That's their 5th homer of the game. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. He's already homered here in this one. Out to short, Kim. Sends it across the first. Now one gone in the 9th. Here's JT Realmuto.
Well, Big, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
0-1.
0-1 down.
Oh, that's just out.
And that one fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that's
2 balls,
outside.
2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. Left field. Morel racing over to make the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to
Got
first.
him.
And the inning is over. Bills get 3 on this long ball. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Matt Strong.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. He goes down looking.
tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
Friedel, batting with one down, takes a strike. The Rays with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Strom is a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of him. I love the reason he does it.
One ball,
he tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. And now, Christopher Morel.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Friedel, the runner at second with one away. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
So it's their last chance in this one. Down to third baseman, Junior Caminero. And a foul ball. Slow roller to third. Jump throw. Ball game.
Key to this game was that huge sixth inning. They jumped all over the opposing pitching, and it was like they knew what was coming. And that kind of confidence just takes a team to the finish line, and that's what they did. They got the win in this game.
12-5 is your final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. See you soon.
Me siento como un buster, todas se me arriman. Mala mía, si tu gata está en mi roster. Pa' su postre, entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Pero, imagina lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Pero, imagina lo que te espera. Si sale un meque, mis perros están buzos. Me sobran los recursos y cuando traboneamos la hablo sucio. Lealtad siempre promete, me afila el machete. La tengo arañando las paredes, facturando emerald verde. Todos los semáforos luz verde. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. No imaginas lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea. Se me pega, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Arte Mona Lisa por mi cama se desliza. No me avisa, sus chelas hacen fila. Son una bandida, buscan que la le bendiga. Soy el dembow killer, dueño en la maquila. Liche en la valija, más el edit. Fotos tienen fija. Las babies en los números se fijan. Los bolsillos llenos, me siento como un buster, todas se me riman. Mala mía, si tu gata está en mi roster. Entro el dueño de la aldea, women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Entro el dueño de la aldea, women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, no imaginas lo que te espera. Gamaliel, International Flow, John Gama, dando de la mata, desde el valle en las hamacas. Salvi, si les tomas es que se está dando vértigo, viendo para acá arriba.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life I hard times like yeah.
like, yeah, Nazareth, I'm up, homie, you up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright, right?
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Athletics. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically.
We'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. And our pitcher tonight, Luis Severino. What's the scouting report on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor. And we'll watch how he works in this one.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Nick Castellanos.
And Boog, he's a big-time run producer for these guys, man. Leading the team in homers, runs batted in, doing damage on the regular, man. Making opposing pitchers just sweat out there. It's kind of fun to watch. Get ready for a show when he steps into the box.
Here's Bryce Harper at the plate now. Growing up, he experienced a moment straight out of the Sandlot. Harper was getting ready to play for Team USA, but he didn't have a bat. So he borrowed one from his dad. Ah, that ends the inning, so we take a break. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill for the Phillies, King. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Jacob Wilson stands in now and watches strike one. Cut on and lifted in the air. Rojas squeezes it, and there are 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. There's a strike.
It's a tough pitch.
0-1.
In terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball is down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 0-2. And a curve is down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Got him swinging. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We played an inning, no score. And we're back. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Severino back to work. Missing inside, ball 1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Off the mark there.
3 balls,
and
1
that's
strike.
ball 3. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
Grounder might be 2. Here's Geloff for 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
In the air, left side on Duhart. Going back on this one. Makes the catch, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langolier.
Hey!
And strike one to the catcher.
0-1's the count.
And it's strike two.
Then he really
No
sells
ball,
the
2
changeup
strikes.
with that arm action.
Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Now, Zach Geloff. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game. Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ballgame.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. No throw. He's in there safely. Inside at 100. And 1-1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That
2
one
balls,
not close.
2 strikes.
And the count is 2-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. We play back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. First pitch, not close.
You know, these Phils definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Fires over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Max Kepler at the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
Swing and a foul out of play. Severino kick steals. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
No ball.
1 out. Base is empty. But it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Almost got him. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. We didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. High fly ball out towards left center. Lede. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Home half. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the 3rd baseman, Max Schumann. That one the other way, and it stays there. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
In the air, right field. He's got it. Runner tags for third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Center field. Rojas. And it's caught for the out. 2 outs. Base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Just missed.
A lot of folks believe he can make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
Real Muto makes the catch, and line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Now a chance for Johan Rojas. Now a rip into left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. So here is Bryce Harper. Slide to center his first time. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Down at second. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Brent Rooker. That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Next offering is in for a strike. Right side, hard hit. He'll do it himself. One out in the bottom of the fourth. This is J.J. Bleday. First offering misses badly for ball one. That's inside.
That's in. Ball two. That's outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Check swing, and he went. And the
3
count
balls,
is 3
1
and
strike.
1. That one fouled off. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Next offering misses down and away.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Next pitch is downstairs. Grounds one to short. Trey Turner gloves it. No play. That's an infield single.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
And there's a foul ball. Yellow off of first with 2 away.
Ball.
In
Down.
the dirt. And now a man into scoring position. Man on second, 2 down. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. That is the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 4. It's the A's 2 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Severino back to work. And a base hit up the middle. So a man on base to start the inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Bohm takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Well, these Phillies, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Nice stop from his backside. Out. There's 1, 2, 1 on play.
Well, after that, we thought that was going to be a single, not a double play. Just a great job. Dives, knocks it down, feeds it to the second baseman, and a nice turn around the bag. Really great job by those 2.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. At the belt and fire.
Nope, outside.
So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one drilled left field. And it one-hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read, and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
And now it's going to be Max Kepler.
Outside, that's a ball.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2. Go ahead run on base. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And there's a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early,
ball 1,
squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And that's fouled off. Here's a 1-1. And fouled off. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
That's outside.
That ball went out.
2-2. Now this is in the air down the line. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. And he dodges that fastball. Line to left, and it's just foul. That is close. So all filled up, Severino. High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing. Home run number 5 on the season, and they tack on 3. It's 5-2. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down, and digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. That's to third, and that's just foul. Rojas goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And foul ball. That one ripped right center field. Lede on the move. A dive, and he can't haul it in. And that's a double.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and...
So runner at second, 2 down. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Both 2 in this one. And that one pulled foul. Harper with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Rojas around third. He'll score. It's 6-2.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And before the 0-1, he asks for time. Two outs. Base knock center field. Around second is Harper. The relay throw. He's not going to get him. He's in there.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And that chance handled. Throws across the diamond. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Down the third baseman, Max Schumann. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. The 0-1. That one found hard the other way. On the ground. And it goes just foul. And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside. And as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Pareda, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
What do you you got?
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. He did not go around. Fouls one off. 2-2. One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 3-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. New inning getting started, and now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. He swings and fouls one off. Tap foul to plate. This one in the air. Schumann calls it in, and there's one away. JT Realmuto steps in. Swing and a miss.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Missed with a changeup. Ball one.
1-1.
Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the sixth. Way inside. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. In the air, right side, Ruiz. And puts the squeeze on that one. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies. To the right side, slides, but it gets by him. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Trey Turner. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here.
And the sweeper misses.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
That one down the line, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run across. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him. And his hot hitting continues.
They got him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now, Johan Rojas. On the run, sends it over to first. And very nicely done. Yeah. Phillies with the run-scoring double. That one finds the zone. 0-1. That one to
Foul
first. And foul ball. Here's a high chopper. Harper takes it himself, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Rooker in the box again, takes a strike. Headed down the line. Castellanos on his horse. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Foul ball still 0-2. Curve in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. So digging in, J.J. Bleday. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Hey, 2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Langoliers off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. That one inside,
that's inside,
and that's ball 1. First and second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one laced to center and a base hit. Coming home. The throw in, but it's offline. Here's Miguel Andujar.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That one's carrying. Long gone.
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Next offer in there for a strike. 0-2.
0-2
They've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him.
Turner with the throw to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 4 runs score in the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michel Otañez.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Bleday makes the grab, and there's one away. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. That one missed.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
Swings through that one out front that time.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Hit in the air right field. That one way back there, and that is way gone. He'll touch them all. It's 8-6.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
Boom. In the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
That's to third. Schumann. Slinging it to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. Right through there for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. On the grab to the left, and it goes just foul. Puts it in the air out towards left center on Duhar. Sizes this one up, and that'll do it. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 8-6. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Up the middle, Sosa sends it to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's the right fielder, Yuri Ruiz. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And that drops in for a strike. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Tying run at the plate. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. A's strand 1. Can't cut into an 8-6 deficit. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Floro.
Don't expect to see a whole lot of swings and misses, but he's going to compete out there on the mound.
Kepler stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Towards first, and that's a foul ball. Up and in, now 1-2. And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's the strikeout. And digging in for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. If one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Safely into second, he's got a double.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So
that one is absolutely belted. This one could be trouble. Run comes in from second, and they take a 3-run lead. Relay to third. He's got the cycle into third with a triple. 1 down, runner at third. Now at the plate, Johan Rojas. That's in there. Strike one. Turner stands at third with one gone in the inning. Line drive. Andujar makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Puts the tag on him and it's a double play. That ends the inning. Welcome back. As we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Orion Kerkering.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And ball one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Got it. And that's the first out.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The Athletics trailing by 3 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Geloff at the plate now. That's ball one. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that keeps the inning going.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Here's the third baseman, Max Schumann, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
It's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Tosses to first, and that will end. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Leclerc.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Activity in the bullpen. Mitch Spence up and throwing. Murdoch getting cranked up as well. In the air left field, Andujar has this one sized up, and out number 1 on the grab. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And it's fouled away.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Fought off foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 2 down, base is empty. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Ground ball right side. And that is that. So they turn to their closer, Matt Strom.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Strom,
0-1.
a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Just
that's
misses.
in.
and the count 1-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same
That's ball
plane
two.
and do anything with.
2-2 the count.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Nabs it, and there's one away. Yuri Ruiz up next for the A's. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. On the ground to third. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. 2 away now. The Athletics down to their last out. Now it's the DH, Brent Rooker. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Ruiz, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Strom is just 1 strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Langoliers in the box now. Takes strike 1. With the tying run at the plate in the last half of inning number 9. And that is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. That's hard hit in the line. And out of here.
With the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it.
0-1.
Like BP all over again.
On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
No ball,
Quickly
2 strikes.
down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet.
Got him swinging. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. But this clutch home run gets us even again. And we've got a good one. Tied at 9-9. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to extra innings. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Leclerc back to work. Out to short, Wilson. Boots it. First and second, no outs. Here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. This one chopped in the ground, but foul.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
And he chases a high fastball there.
Tried to stay back with something off speed. Good job of elevating that 97-mile-per-hour fastball up and out of the zone.
That one misses.
2 strikes.
1-2 the count.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got it! And that is a big first out. Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies. Line drive, and this might be trouble. 1 runs in,
Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Oh, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. That's down. One hops off the wall. The run comes in from second, and they take a 3-run lead.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base
hits. One out. Runner at second. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground at third. Slings it across. Turner is out. At the plate, Johan Rojas. Swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. Coming home. He will score. And it's an RBI single. And they're up by 4. Runner at first with 2 away. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. That one ripped. And it is gone.
No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now.
Kyle Schwarber, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game. And the first offering is not close. Swings through that. The big 6 spot already on the board this inning. Here in the top half of the 10th. Pitch misses there. 2-1. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Chopper to second. Geloff gets it to first.
He's out.
Schwarber out of the play. Back here in extras. Zach Geloff now at the plate. And that misses. Ball 1. Inside, just missed. This to third. Boom. Zips it across. 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Miguel Andujar. He's already homered here in this one. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Lede, the runner at second with 1 away. Inside.
Ball. That's inside.
The count is 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Swung on, belted. That's back. Gone.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And the batter now, Max Schumann. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
Little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined.
Oh.
My scorecard was ugly for that series. Now only 1 out remaining. In the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Slice to right, and he's got it. Ball game.
And the Phillies take game 1 of the series on the road.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras in 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
15-11 the final in this one.
Here come the boogeyman, we doing the can 1 o'clock on American Bandstand. Flushing the pan, not a fan of the jam. Band sweating on the floor, do we no longer stand? Hey, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give me the girls and the cause I need all the things. It's in the damn, cause I'm neat. You're the punk rock bumble while you shuffle your feet. Left in the fast lane, guarantee the win in no rap race. Speeding them all, I'm stuck in a bad place. Fat face, sugar in the gas tank, sucking on my tailpipe. My pace, nothing to gain, no one to blame. It's always the same, you can't contain or run my game to keep it the fame. With the one paid, with the book, never amazed that I can die happily while you screaming my name.